7 Quoting Wisdom Nonstop. Lisa walks into conversations like a walking self-help book. No matter what you say, she's got a quote ready. Happiness is not a destination, it's a journey, or failure is the mother of success. Basically, the stuff printed on cheap coffee mugs. At first, people smile politely, but soon enough, nobody remembers what Lisa actually thinks, because she never says anything of her own. She doesn't realize that when you borrow too many wise words, you just become a dusty old jukebox of secondhand thoughts. Sometimes even clumsy, awkward words are more human and way more memorable. 6 Talking in stats. All the time. Bob doesn't go to coffee shops to drink, he goes to present. Every sentence he utters comes with percentages, graphs, sometimes even formulas if you sit too long. Talk about love. Bob has the global divorce rate. Mention sleep. He'll pull out REM cycle charts. But there's one stat Bob never tracks: the boredom level he's inflicting. His brain runs like an overclocked Excel file, thinking numbers equal intelligence. But truth is, people crave connection, not conversion rates. No one wants to date a walking PowerPoint presentation. 5 Being rational. All the time. Dave is proudly immune to feelings. He handles sadness with logic and happiness with math. Breakup. Dave will give you stats on rebound relationships. Share good news. He'll ask if your joy has a decent ROI. Talking to Dave feels like being interviewed by a chatbot without an empathy plugin. His mind is wired to believe emotions are weak and logic is king. But he forgets humans aren't machines. Sometimes all you need is a friend who says, "I get it," not a SWOT analysis of your sadness. 4 Always needing to win. Arguments. Karen doesn't have conversations. She hosts debates. For her, every chat is a gladiator arena where there must be a winner. Compliment the weather. Karen hits back. Define nice. By what metrics? Talking to her feels like an oral exam you didn't sign up for. Karen is addicted to the thrill of winning arguments, like a bodybuilder who spends more time admiring their reflection than lifting weights. What she doesn't realize is winning debates often means losing relationships. At the end of the day, Karen's victories are lonely trophies no one sticks around to see. 3. Always correcting others. Emily is the human spell check. Mid-story, she'll interrupt. You mean nobody, not no one. She can't let a single mistake slide, whether it's a number, a name, or even a misplaced pronoun. Her brain says she's being helpful, but the truth. Every correction drops the room temperature by a few degrees. People don't show up to conversations hoping for a grammar lesson, they just want to feel heard. Sometimes letting a mistake slide is the politest thing you can do. Not everyone's competing for a grammar award at the dinner table, Emily. 2. Using unnecessarily complicated words. Steve never says start, he says commence the process of cognitive exploration. Talking to Steve is like cracking open a philosophy book written in ancient Greek. His mind thinks the fancier the word, the smarter I sound. But everyone else is just holding their breath, waiting for a sentence under 10 words that doesn't need Google Translate. True intelligence isn't about making people Google every other word, it's being clear, relatable, and maybe even funny. Meanwhile, Steve is still out there explaining the evolutionary trajectory of conversational frameworks. 1 Acting like a know-it-all. Jessica is the human version of Wikipedia autoplay. No matter the topic, she jumps in with a lecture that sounds impressive, but wildly off-topic. You mention baking. She throws in ancient Greek recipes. Say something about your cat. She'll lecture on the evolution of Felidae species. Strangely, nobody remembers what she said, only the exhaustion that comes from sitting through a 3-hour seminar with no breaks. Jessica believes knowledge is power, but without listening, it's just a dusty pile of facts no one asked for. The smartest people aren't the ones who talk the most. They're the ones who ask just the right questions to keep others talking. In the end, wisdom is knowing when to say less and listen more. That's it. Subscribe to the channel for more fascinating truths like these.